Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have an unboxing video today, and we'll get into it. So this is how the package came. Of course, with any company that ships parcel, you're going to run into, I don't know if you want to call it mishandling, but rough handling, I guess you could say, of the packages. So no idea how this happened. I'd imagine maybe it could have had something heavier set on it. There could have been something heavier behind it, and as they came to a stop, everything squished forward. Whatever. So keep that in mind if you're going to be shipping things that are fragile. You want to put some extra packing stuff in there, because sometimes the ride to its destination is not always the nicest, and sometimes the handling of it by the people who load it into the trucks is not always the greatest. So what do we have? Well, we've got some Eotechs from Gov Deals. So got nice bubble packing there to keep the stuff protected. Even if all the bubble packing stuff wasn't in there, this stuff is kind of almost bomb-proof in a way, and it would have been fine fully without it. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We are looking at some Eotech holographic sights and some magnifiers. We'll zoom this in a little bit more. Like this old school camera setup that I've got going on here. So I got these off Gov Deals, and if you've never heard of Gov Deals, then you should do yourself a favor and fix that. Go find out what Gov Deal is, and you'll like what you see on there. So govdeals.com is basically like eBay for governments. So like your local city government or your local county government or even your state government. They can create a profile on Gov Deals and they can list all their surplus stuff. So you can find anything and everything on there that a government would have. You can find fire trucks, ambulances, police cars, all the things that go inside those things. So you can find the firefighter air packs, you could find the defibrillators that would go in an ambulance, the siren control boxes that would go on those things. You could find the canine kennel inserts for vehicles to put in the back of a car, radio equipment, Motorola stuff, portables, handhelds, like all that kind of stuff. Guns, you can actually find guns on there, ammunition, firearms accessories like this, traffic control devices. So if you wanted to buy a freaking traffic light, the red, orange, and green traffic light, you could buy one of those damn things and put it in your man cave if you wanted to. Street cleaners, like the big ass trucks with the big brushes on it, like you find one of those damn things used on there. Helicopters, airplanes, property, it's got everything on there. And just like eBay, you can on some days get really good deals, and then there's some days there's really no deals at all to be found. Everyone bids everything up so damn high. I've gotten some things off Gov Deals, and the buy-in was just right on them. So, like I said, it's hit or miss on whether or not you get a good deal or not. There's some days where you'll see stuff go for super, super cheap bids, and you're like, holy crap, like that person got super lucky. And then there's days where I think things go over what they're worth, and it's like, man, that dude got screwed. So you've got to, just like with eBay, you got to keep your finger on the pulse, so to speak, and just watch the stuff. Don't get carried away. Bidding wars are a thing. I've fallen victim to them too. You get get into a little match with someone, and you get outbid, then you outbid them, and then they outbid you, then you outbid them, then it's like, and then you're like, I'm gonna get you, motherfucker. You got to watch that. But you play your cards right, and you can come across some pretty cool stuff. So this I came across. This was issued to Tennessee Valley Authority security personnel at a nuclear power facility. Those that don't know, the nuclear power facilities here in the U.S. Are very well guarded. They practically have their own little army, so to speak, that guards the place, response teams and everything. They, like I said, they're very well equipped. Good weapons. They send people off for good training and everything, and it's just like they got the cat's meow, so to speak, when it comes to budgets for training and equipment. And when you think about all the stuff that they've got and what they use the stuff, I mean, yeah, they're out doing like normal patrols on the property and everything, but and they may be out, having to walk out in inclement weather, but none of our nuclear power facilities have come under attack. Like, they're not at war, so it's not like the stuff that's being used by them is being really harshly used and abused. So, stuff that came back from the sandbox, yeah, some of that stuff's still good, but it's seen a lot of miles. Now, this stuff, like I said, was issued to the security personnel at a nuclear power facility, and they, just like any government agency, when budgets come out, you got X amount of money for stuff, and the mindset with that stuff is spend it or lose it. And by spend it or lose it, if you don't spend up to what you're allocated for, then come next year for budget time, they're going to be like, well, you never spent that much money, so you can actually get by with a lot less. So then you'll get less money on the budget next year. So agencies, when they get their budget and they get like a budget that says $1 million, they will max shit out to the fullest extent. They'll go buy shit they don't need, or they'll buy extra of stuff just to meet that budget line item and be like, yep, we spent it. That obviously means we need $1 million again next year. So they got the budget, and they was able to purchase all brand new stuff, and this stuff went on surplus. So these are the holographic sights, and these are I want to say 2013 generation. No telling what round count is on them or anything like that, but regardless of whatever round count is on them, I'm positive that they are still good to go. I have an aim point that I have had since I'm trying to think. So that aim point, I probably have had it, 2008, 2009 maybe. Hell, it could have been 2007. We'll go safe and say that I've had it since 2008. Now, when I got it used. So, when it had got to me, no telling how many rounds had been through it. And where it came from, it would have had a high round count on it. And since I have had it, I have put quite a few rounds through it, and it still works perfect. Now that's Aim Point. Aim Point's a good product, and Eotech is too. Now Eotech came under fire a few years back, I guess, and they were like, oh, these things, I forget what it was. It was something stupid, like some type of extreme heat or something like that, like caused drifting or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, But a lot of people are like, oh my God, holy shit, blah, blah, blah. And for the vast majority of people, like, you're not going to see those environments to have that concern or worry about that. So I thought people were getting all, up in arms about nothing really, because they're never going to put their stuff to that level that, where some of these things had seen some type of issue or whatever. Now, they did send them with batteries still in them, so I didn't think that they would have sent them with the battery still in them, but they did. So I didn't even try to power that one on. So I'll power this one on, and watch this one not have a battery in it, or the battery be dead. Okay, so battery's not wanting to, or the unit, this one's not wanting to power up. Yeah. So the battery in this one must be dead, or it may not have a battery in it at all. And that thing is clamped down on there really good. So I'm gonna take the battery, I'll throw it in this one real quick and close the little battery door on it just enough to see if I can get it to power on. Yeah, so the battery in this is toast, so I probably got left turned on, and it ran out. So I'm gonna grab a battery real quick and throw it in there and turn it on. Alright, so got a new battery, close the little door on it. Alright, okay, so it's powered on. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to get this to work through the camera or not. There we go. Okay, so you can see the holographic image that is projected inside of it, and of course with these buttons on the side you can control how bright it gets or how dim that it gets. So that should be max, and then you can dial it down pretty far down, or it gets very faint looking, and I'll probably get it faint enough to where you can't even pick it up on camera, but I can pick it up with my eye. Yeah, so I can get pretty down with my eye that you can't see on camera. And then of course the little button up here is for night vision mode. So those of you that don't know, this is not a night vision unit. What that night vision mode does is the image inside here gets super dim so that you can use a night vision device to look through this and see that holographic image with your night vision. If, for example, I tried to use it at a normal setting, like that or something like that, and I try to look through it with night vision, it's going to get like super bright within the night vision tube, and probably flare it out to where you won't be able to see shit. So you hit that night vision button and it drops it down to a super dimmed mode that you're not going to really be able to detect with your naked eye very well, if at all, and it makes it where you can see it with the night vision, so you can aim with your optic here like normal through a night vision lens, and no one would ever know that you're aiming at them using that setup. So that's pretty cool little feature. The optic that goes on the back here. So this is designed to be able to sit in behind this thing. So if you could imagine, you see the Picatinny rail there and Picatinny rail there. This would be set up right behind it. Yeah, so that'd be set up right there behind it like that. And then when you wanted to use the magnifier, it's on this little swivel mount, I guess you call it. I don't know what the mount's called, but it rotates over, and you can, it'll be on there great, but obviously through the camera lens you're not gonna see crap. But basically what that does is when it drops in behind it like that, it allows you to see through that, and it magnifies the image right there in front of you. That way you can see a little bit further distance. Well, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it through the camera, but you get the idea. So it's basically like, excuse me, it's almost like putting a little binocular, like a little magnifying glass, not magnifying glass, but like a pair of binoculars that you can use to see a far distance. Now it's not like you're going to be able to see like a mile with this thing or anything like that. It's not set up for that. It's just meant to be able to get you out to that, a little bit further than normal close quarter range. So these are really great for indoors and everything. CQB is, people like to say all the time, standard, range engagements and stuff from, the length of your living room to maybe a city block or something like that. Most engagements are occurring pretty close like that. Now you can use this as this is right now and aim at targets that are like 100 yards out, 200 yards out. And that's where this thing comes into play and makes it a lot easier for you to do that. You just flip that thing over and things are a little bit further out. It just magnifies it and makes it easier for you to sight in. So I got these on a pretty good deal. Actually, a buddy of mine, we both went in on it, and I forget what the final selling price was, but we got a pretty good deal on it. Better than what you would find in any gun store, that's for sure. Now, at time of recording, it is September 2nd, 2022, and last that I heard from not the spokesperson, but the person part of the surplus there for TVA that manages the surplus of this stuff, they had said that they got and this was probably 5 days ago, she said that they had about 60 more units or 60 more pairs that they were going to put up on the site for sale. And they also had some thermal stuff that they was going to throw up there. MSRP for one of the thermal sights. It was a clip-on thermal sight, sort of like a PVS 14 monocular, but just a thermal package. That was like retail or MSRP was like 13,000 or something like that. She said it would probably go for half that on Gov Deals. So if you haven't, like I said, heard about Gov Deals or been on Gov Deals, then you need to go check that out because you can find some pretty good stuff on there. Now, of course, this is not the latest and greatest. It's used. There's some wear marks on it and everything, but it's a known brand, Eotech. I mean, there's units still over in Iraq and Afghanistan right now that's been over there for a while, and they're working fine, working like a champ. Nothing wrong with them at all. So you can find stuff like this that might have some wear marks on it. Who cares? You know, if you want your weapon to look pristine and not have any marks on it, then that tells me that you are not training with it. You are not using it. A carpenter is not going to have a hammer that doesn't have any wear marks on it, right? Like, there's going to be wear marks on it if you put that thing to work. So if you're worried about some paint being chipped off of it, then your priorities are a little wrong. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.